What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Godzilla X Kong 3 Untitled. That's the official title. So, the movie is now officially in production and so much official information has come out about this movie. Even the production synopsis has leaked, which tells us a lot more information than you think. The newest actress that has been added to the movie was actually added a while back, and she's hinting at Space Godzilla or aliens attacking Earth. Pretty freaking interesting. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Voice here if you are new around and subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. Could subscribe channel, turn notifications on. It really does help, and let me know who is going to be the villain for this movie, because now two actors are hinting at something coming from space. It's not a coincidence. They're subtle hints. Also, if you want to see that beautiful face behind that beautiful voice, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Also, I've got a channel page over there on Instagram where I post this kind of stuff much faster than I make a video, because obviously making a video takes a lot longer. So at Warstu over there, and also check us out on Twitter, Warstu. Right, let's get into it. So we'll start off with the new official cast member, and then we'll go from there. So Alicia Carey is the latest cast member to join Legendary's new Monsterverse movie. So she's known for a bunch of projects, actually. She seems pretty decent. So what has she been in? She's most commonly known for Fear the Walking Dead. I'd say that's probably her biggest role. She was also recently in the apple cider vinegar. She was also in the 100. I didn't actually know that. She was also in Friends Request, so not a huge actor, but she's done some decent work. So the Deadline article goes on to say Alicia is the newest addition to the Untitled movie. Character description is under wraps. The project now reunites her with Caitlin, who they just starred in together on the apple cider vinegar series. As previously announced, the other ensemble cast include Jack, Matthew, Dan, Steven, who reprises his role as essentially the dentist for Kong. And I think that's going to be the only real connective tissue we have to the other movie, because I think this is the actual main cast now. I think other side characters will still come. Goes on to say Grant is directing it from the script of David Callahan. Whilst plot specifics are fuzzy, no, they're not. I've basically told you already. We're told the feature films several new characters alongside Titans, Godzilla, and Kong as they face off against a catalytic world ending. Right. Very interesting indeed. But what's more interesting is she did the stars and dinosaurs. You know, she's hinting at something. Could this alien invasion, could Space Godzilla finally be coming, even though I've told you for the longest time ever that Space Godzilla's eventually gonna come, but you lads keep saying it won't because it'll cost too much to license from Toho. Well, at some point they've got to license some new kaijus out from Toho, realistically. So it isn't a coincidence. Both her and Dan Stevens did something, you know, with the emojis. Could it be Gigan? Could it be Warstu? Could it be Space Godzilla? To be fair, there is a lot of things it could be. A lot of things it could be. But based on the comments when I talk about Space Godzilla, yeah, okay, we have gone over, like, you know, it could be Mecha-King Ghidorah, and we have gone over these cybernetic titans, which, I mean, it all loosely lines up with what I've been telling you lads and ladettes for literal months. So this came out and it looks like it's from Production Weekly. But what's interesting is the date. It's dated February, right? The Walking Dead, Fear Walking Dead star, Alicia, only got confirmed yesterday. This is dated back from February. So I actually think this could be the main cast. Untitled Godzilla X Kong sequel, Zeus Production AU Limited. I assume that means Australia. Status April the 7th. Location Queensland, Australia. Utah. Interesting. And it does give a little bit of synopsis. So it does confirm. I mean, it's dated February, so we know this is the main cast. Caitlin, Dan Stevens, Jack O'Connell, Del Roy, Matthew, Alicia. And then it just goes on to say some boring stuff. In fact, it gives you the email if you want to hit them up. The third installment in the Monsterverse universe will feature several new humans alongside Titans, Godzilla, and Kong as they face off against a catalytic world-end threat. But the filming dates here, Utah unit, July the 21st to August the 2nd. Release date, March 26th. Zeus. So Zeus is the code name. So maybe they're probably filming potentially the fight scenes with the kaiju in Utah. I would assume they're filming most of the movie in Australia, the Gold Coast. Last time for the last movie, they shot in Brazil as well. Seeing as they've only listed on this location, Utah and Australia. I mean, sure, in pre-production, they do realistically have to do all the shooting locations during pre-production. So maybe it's only Utah and Australia, but Australia is a really cool place to shoot. Even if you're not a big fan of the Monsterverse movies, you have to admit they are aesthetically beautiful. Mostly, I'm not talking about CGI. I'm talking about, the backgrounds, just before they go on Hollow Earth, that kind of stuff, which is interesting. So it does suck that it's going to be essentially in post-production for 2 years. I'd rather they bring it out 2026 because, like we said in the last video, there's literally the next Sonic movie and Zelda all potentially coming out in that exact same month in 2027. But the actors keep hinting. Is it Gigan? Is it Space Godzilla? Is it a complete new cybernetic Titan? Is it Mecha-Godzilla? They've already done that. But they could redo that. Is it Mecha-Ghidorah? Is it Mecha-Warstu? I really need to stop these Warstu jokes. So either way, the cast are doing the dinosaur emojis and some kind of star emojis, which basically tells us that this is a Godzilla-centric movie. And, if we do get Space Godzilla, I will never shut up about it because a lot of people keep saying, no, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's got to happen. They've done Mecha-Godzilla. They need to do Space Godzilla at some point. So I don't normally cover tiny bits in these kind of videos, but there's been some chatter on the internet for a while. Now, allegedly, Scylla, who got absolutely bodied by Godzilla, a VFX artist, producer, whatever you want to call it, came out and basically was like, yeah, that wasn't Scylla. That wasn't Scylla. Allegedly, it's a complete different Titan. But that goes against what the novel said, and that literally goes against the notes that a lot of people were reporting on. So it's not Scylla. I mean, would they say it's not Scylla so they can bring Scylla back? I mean, it's interesting for me, but it's not really much of a retcon if it isn't Scylla. Because was it confirmed it was Scylla? Yeah, kind of was confirmed. I mean, they even showed that stuff in the trailers before the movie came out. Am I bothered? Nah, not really. I just thought I'd mention it on a side note. Because at the moment, even though they're shooting, it's not like a Marvel movie or a DC movie where it's really easy to get hold of leaks. Give me some time, lads. Give me some time. Now they're shooting, I can get hold of real stuff. Well, it's always real to a certain degree, but now they're shooting officially. My source will reach out to me soon. And obviously I'm not a leaker, but it's be interesting to find out if what I was told previously is actually going to turn out to be true. So pretty insane update really, because it confirms we've got the cast. They're shooting Space Godzilla or some kind of, alien invasion, because why do they keep doing the freaking emojis? And they're doing it on purpose. Like, actors don't just post stuff for fun, especially when it's just after they've been revealed to the world that they're going to be starring or in a movie. Not how they work. Most people that work in Hollywood, they're not posting stuff for fun. They just don't really do that. So it means something. Let me know down below what you actually think it means. What are they hinting at? And I assume this production leak, if you like, whatever you want to call it, is from Production Weekly. And Production Weekly, I mean, they basically got the Spider-Man 4 title, right? And the synopsis and the timeline. And Production Weekly's got a pretty cool reputation when it comes to this kind of stuff. But it's cool that they're shooting it. So now we know, what is good? It's happening. It's really happening. But for me, I've always wanted Space Godzilla. I've always wanted Space Godzilla, and I keep preaching it. But if it takes another movie or two, we'll get there. I know a lot of people want Destroyah, but I feel like Destroyah is like the end game Thanos kind of threat. But Thanos wasn't Endgame, was it? Because like King Thanos is going to appear in Avengers 5 or 6, so we already know that. So, also in the news, Toho executives say they sold the merchandise rights for Godzilla franchise to Legendary and had to repurchase them by expanding their business internationally. If we had failed, it had been a massive disaster. That's interesting. So what does this actually mean? Not an awful lot. but I'm going to try and talk about more stuff during my Godzilla X Kong videos, if there's information out there. So yeah, we've got a long way till 2027 March, but at least we know they are filming, which is insane. So like always, guys, I will catch ya in another video very soon. Catch ya later.